Okay. Um, in about 99, 2000, uh, Death Row started to announce that they were going to put out a Jennifer Lopez adult tape. Can you tell me about how you guys obtained it, what it was, and why it never came out?
Yeah. Ooh, that's a story. So there's definitely a tape out there. Definitely, definitely, definitely. So of course y'all know Suge was in jail. And as the groupie would say, Michelet was in charge. Okay. I ain't never claimed to be the president, so that's who should put in some paperwork in a deposition or something that obvious must that Michelet was in charge. No, not in charge. The president. Okay. Who knows? But you ask anybody from any interviews, anything from 1997 till 2002, even when Suge was home, who you had to go through to get anything done around death row. Anything. I mean, Suge Knight personally, from his mama, sisters, his women, Sharitha Knight, anything from Suge Knight, David Kenner, any artist, anybody. Who did you go through? Who did you call? Who was the point of contact? You called Reggie. Even if you called the office, you called Roy. Who Roy gonna call? Reggie. Reggie would even decide from Roy if to put Suge on the phone with that person. And Suge would call me before he called that person. What that person want, Reggie? I don't care who it was. Any of those persons I just named. But y'all want to listen to a groupie to say, Mr. Lay was in charge? Oh. Man. Mr. Lay and Norris did run the company. They did. Suge went to jail October 96. And but by June of 97, Reggie was put in charge, y'all. But y'all don't believe that. And I was still next to Michelet prior to that. He had told me to watch out for my woman. Rich, you take care of her. You be with her now. You take care of her. And but y'all go listen to this groupie and all of that and putting it out and but forget what paperwork or what you done seen or what you get off the internet. Listen to people that were around, that was there. They'll tell you who's in charge, they had to go through to get something done. Nah, I didn't sign nothing. Didn't sign no contracts, didn't sign no checks. Any contracts that need to be signed, David Kenner wouldn't met with him every Tuesday. And we got those done through that. The check was a stamp. You had a stamp with the name Suge Knight made out to it that used to stamp. Michelet did that all the way until he came on. But other than that, that's enough on the groupie. Said I'm gonna stop giving him material because now he's getting 3,000 views. Yeah, that's too many for him. He getting 3,000 of maybe on 2 videos, and I'm not gonna give him. But it's funny that this nigga used his name. And somebody gave me a little birdie called me and like, Reggie, why are you arguing with this dude? He said, his channel's name Straight something, I forget. He said, that's funny, Reggie. That's funny. That nigga not straight, Reggie. I said, man, stop saying that. If everybody want to always call people homosexuals and stuff. He said, Reggie, that nigga's not straight. He said, look at his face. Look at his facial hair on his face and stuff. if I went back and looked at this video, that nigga's clean shaven. Y'all say, oh, that don't mean nothing. You're right. 80% of the men that got a clean shaven, not a piece of hair on their face, are homosexual. Oh, you crazy, Reggie. You always talking shit. Look around in your family or look around in a nigga that you know and tell me a homosexual that you know that ain't got a clean shaven. It's like I tell you about crackheads and their teeth. Look around at homos. Next time you know a guy that's really gay, and look how they look. I ain't saying all. Some dudes are just like that for whatever reason. 80%, 8 out of 10 men that ain't got no hair or facial on their face is a homo. But anyway, did I answer the question, John?
No. No, but while we're talking about this, you know how you always talk about how, he's a groupie. He just takes photos of people he doesn't know. This guy did a post and he said, at Reggie Wright or at Bomb First, I can't remember which one he said. He said, do you still think I don't know all the people that I take a photo with? And it was a video of him and guess who? Dennis Rodman. What does that tell you?
Who's? Well, Dennis is a weirdo. I ain't gonna call Dennis. I like Dennis. I ain't gonna say Dennis gay. Dennis is a weirdo. Dennis Rodman got Newport Beach out here. I wish I could hang with Dennis in Newport Beach. That man is the mayor of Newport Beach. And Newport Beach, for those of y'all that's not out there in California, is a city you want to be in. It's one of the top cities in Orange County as far as that party life, surfer life, skateboarder life, and good food and clubbing. And I just think Dennis is weird. But he did put a dress on, huh? He did put a dress on.
But no, the question was about the J-Lo tape.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I went away from that.
Yeah.
All right. Damn. Well, I'll be getting way off track now. I know why y'all be getting mad at me. So I got somebody gave me like a 2-minute tape of a female that was allegedly J-Lo on it. And so we started marketing it, but we built around it. I mean, we did a production set. I got the tape in there, the VHS tape somewhere, where we had some lookalikes and we was doing the liposuction in her butt and doing all type of crazy. We were going to build up this whole little DVD because you got to remember, we had just had the success from Murder Was the Case DVD and the Two Gangster for TV DVD. So DVDs was the thing to do. I know Master P did movies and stuff like that, but just little skits and comedies and DVDs like that, people that hadn't caught on yet. And we had this distribution done with this company out in Ventura called Ventura Distribution. And they were willing to, they used to do my boy, the T-Boats. What was that? What was that crazy guy name? I forget his name. Billy Blake. The videos, and they were putting them out for us. And so I was going to put out a DVD on that. And we was advertising it and putting it out. But shoo, y'all always say, why you always say JDL, Reggie JDL? Because I'm telling y'all, dog, out here in Central City, Hollywood area, those Jewish attorneys control the entertainment field. And so David Kenner called me, Reggie, what's going on? What you got about this J-Lo tape thing and all this? They about to sue y'all and this. And I'm like, huh, David, what are you talking about, man? No, Reggie. Please take this meeting for me. Just go take this meeting for me because I said, all right, David, if you say we need to go take it, we'll go take it. And so I went and met up, and David Kenner was like, Reggie, just be quiet. Don't say nothing. Just listen, man. Just listen. I swear it was J-Lo had her business attorney, there's another homo, big time homo, but he was on the phone. Actually, he wasn't even there, but he was on the phone, and he was leading the horse. This guy named Benny Medina. He was the one managing J-Lo and Puffy at the time. That's the only reason we was going after J-Lo, because y'all know after my black women, I tell you, my wife is to me is the finest thing alive. But y'all know I always talk about Kim, but J-Lo to me is a beautiful woman, especially for her age. And I like J-Lo. But J-Lo was with Puffy, so J-Lo was all the war, right? And so, but anyway, Benny Medina and about her PR people, it was about 8 top-notch executives inside this meeting when I'm walking in. And they like, well, what y'all got? We want to see it. And I'm like, well, we're not letting y'all see anything. Well, we telling you we're going to send a cease and desist, and we're going to sue you, and we're going to sue Suge, and we're going to sue everybody. And we like, okay, whatever. We get lawsuits all the time, but thank you. Thank you for the lawsuit, because that's going to bring PR to it. And it's like, well, we're going to. And so they were on me, so I was like, woo, sure. We ain't got the tape that they think that we got, but they stressing like a mug. And so Suge was like, all right, Reg, just sit on it, just hold it. Don't do nothing with that. We're going to stop talking about that if they coming like that. I'm trying to get out of here. Because, the whole time, the whole 5.5 years that Suge was in custody, David Kenner was telling me, you're getting out the next week. You're getting out the next day. Because we did win, and we had got a 2-3 vote on his appeal. Most people don't know that, but they still didn't let him out. But he was thinking every week that he was getting out. And so anyway, we knew then that there was a nice sex tape out there on J-Lo. And so that's how the Irv Gotti situation becomes real prevalent and even good, to the point where Irv believed he's the reason that tape didn't get put out. But by this time, she was home.
All right. So what happened with Irv Gotti exactly? How did he feel like he brokered the deal for you guys to not put that tape out?
Well, you got to remember Ja Rule and J-Lo had that hot song out at the time, and so they was real cool. And that's when Suge and Gotti were kind of, developing their relationship, because Suge had allowed a song that, another reason. You remember the group you say wasn't a death row artist? Listen to the Irv Gotti interview. What did Jimmy Iovine tell Irv Gotti? By Irv Gotti's own words. He said, go and work it out with Suge, because Suge is the one in charge to be able to allow that song. And I believe that was even an Interscope song that they sampled. I don't even think that was a Death Row song that while Pac was there. But that just goes to show you right there that, Death Row was in controlling what was going down, and not Interscope, as y'all being brainwashed, or attempting to be brainwashed to believe. But Irv Gotti, and so that was one of the first things when Irv and Suge relationship was starting to get good. He was like, man, that tape you had on J-Lo, man, can we make that go away? Which Suge had already decided we weren't fucking with that. After I explained to him how all those lawyers was ready to come after us. And he was like, I already pretty much was over. And I think J-Lo had left Puff by then, or was about to, and so he was over it. But that's when Irv asked him to do him a solid and not put it out, because J-Lo's a real good girl, and, spoke up with her, spoke up about her. And then that's when Suge was like, yeah, Irv, I'll do that for you. And then Irv took it back to J-Lo, and I'm sure she was grateful and appreciative. And I think that would help Irv and Suge relationship even better. Because back in 2002 to about 2006, Irv and Suge had a great relationship. And so, yeah.
Okay.